being of women and children. While they say that, they have been silent on the crisis of maternal mortality. Silent. Georgia has one of the highest rates of maternal mortality in our nation. Black women are 3 to 4 times more likely to die in connection with childbirth than other women. And the top 10 states with the highest rates of maternal mortality all have abortion bans. The hypocrisy abounds. So, Georgia, there is a profound harm happening in our country because of the state of the law. The reality in real time across our country is that for every story we hear, there are so many we don't. Today, an untold number of women are silently suffering. Women who are being judged, who are being made to feel as though they did something wrong, that they should be embarrassed, made to feel alone. And I do believe that as a nation, that is not what we stand for. I do believe that. So I say to these women, we see you, we see your incredible strength, and we are here with you. And in this healthcare crisis, please do understand who is to blame. The former President Donald Trump handpicked 3 members of the United States Supreme Court justice because he intended for them to overturn Roe. He intended for them to take your freedoms. And it's a decision he brags about. He said, well, for years, and I'm going to quote, they were trying to get rid of Roe v. Wade, trying to have it terminated. And then, but he said, I quote, I did it, he said, and I'm proud to have done it, he said. He is proud. Proud. That women across our nation are suffering? Proud? That women have been robbed of a fundamental freedom? Proud that doctors could be thrown in prison, in some cases for life, for caring for their patients? That young women today have fewer rights than their mothers and grandmothers? How dare he? How dare he? Understand, the former president is the architect of this healthcare crisis. And the extremists are not done. In the United States Congress, extremists tried to pass a national abortion ban to outlaw abortion in every single state. But what they need to know is that if Congress passes a national abortion ban, President Joe Biden will veto it. Because here's the deal about all of us. We trust women. We trust women. We trust women to make decisions about their own body. We trust women to know what is in their own best interest. And folks, women trust all of us to fight for their rights. And to protect their most fundamental freedoms. And it is going to take all of us. And it is going to take all of us. And we're ready. I see that. So on that point, Joe Biden and I are fighting in court to protect women's access to medication and emergency care. We are strengthening patient privacy, protections so that medical records stay between a woman and her doctor, and we are protecting the right of women to travel for abortion care and fighting for access to free contraception. Yes. And the bottom line is, to truly protect reproductive freedoms, we must restore the protections of Roe. What the United States Supreme Court took away, Congress can put back in place, but we must have a majority in the United States Congress who simply agree that the government should not be making those personal decisions for people. And when Congress passes a law that puts back in the protections of Roe, Joe Biden will sign it. So again, I say it's going to take all of us to get there, everybody here, and the momentum is on our side. We are winning. Since Roe was overturned, every time reproductive freedom has been on the ballot, the people of America have voted for freedom. From Kansas to California to Kentucky, in Michigan and Montana and Vermont and Ohio, the American people have voted for freedom, and not by a little, but by overwhelming majorities. Proving also, by the way, and I say that to whichever political pundits might be behind those cameras, proving also that it is not a partisan issue. Amen. Tens of millions of Americans in red states and blue marched to the polls in defense of fundamental freedoms. And so with that I say, the voice of the people has been heard, and it will be heard. And then I say and ask in conclusion, Georgia, are you ready to make your voices heard? Do we trust women? Do we believe in reproductive freedom? Do we believe in the promise of America? And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, we win. God bless you. God bless America. Thank you all.